I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping in. So I'm making crab cakes. I love crab and I love crab cakes, but I'm not eating bread right now. So I was thinking, how can I make an alternative to this that would be really yummy and hold together, because the bread helps make the crab cake hold together and gives it some filling, right? So I thought I would use Parmesan cheese. Okay, so first thing, we're going to, let me move you here with me. Small kitchen. Hi, Rachel. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to combine some mayonnaise, baking powder, and Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to mix that together. All right, so I'm using 1.5 tablespoons of light mayonnaise. And I prefer just to use my scale to measure out my mayonnaise so I don't have to bother getting it all out of the spoon. Okay, so let me turn you here. Okay, so I got my scale. I'm going to zero it out. Now, my mayonnaise says 15 grams equals 1 tablespoon. I need 1.5 tablespoons, so that's about 22 grams. All right. So, sorry, I need a bigger. I need a bigger bowl. Hold on. Hold on. I thought it was all ready. Okay. Now we're ready. Okay. 22 grams of light mayonnaise. It's just easier this way than to measure it out and then dump it, I think. So I've got 22 grams there, which is 1.5 tablespoons. And I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of Old Bay. I figured by the time I posted this hint, if it hadn't been guessed, what I was making would be guessed very quickly after that. Okay, and then I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So I kind of created this recipe from looking at other crab cake recipes and kind of taking what they did and just altering it a little bit. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so I have in here the mayonnaise, baking powder, and Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to mix that together, get that combined. This is what's going to also help hold it and give it seasoning. Okay, and then to this, we'll get the other ingredients. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my pan on so that gets warmed up. So I'm going to small dice some celery. I'm going to use 1/8 of a cup. Now this recipe is a serving for one person, okay? So if you want to make this for several people, then obviously you just increase the measurements. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm slicing up my, I need a different kitchen, what I need. Okay. You want to dice your celery, you know, kind of small. You only need 1/8 of a cup, so I'm probably not going to even use all of this that I've just cut here. This is going to add texture and crunch. A lot of recipes suggest using bell peppers, and I opted not to use bell peppers because that counts as part of my vegetables, my serving of vegetables. But celery counts as one of my snacks, so it's kind of a freebie for me. So that's why I'm using celery instead of bell peppers, but if you're not on plan with me, you are more than welcome to add those bell peppers. I would use a variety of red and green to give color to your crab cakes. Okay, so yeah, I'm using 1/8 cup. I'm gonna put that into my bowl. Okay, and then I'm also gonna chop up some green onions, and I like to keep my green onions. I take them from the grocery store and I put them in a vase of water so they stay fresh, and then you can just clip it. It's like a little herb garden, instant herb garden. You can clip what you need as you need it. Okay, and I'm going to use 4 teaspoons of green onions. Just chop that up. Oops, guess I need to look at what I'm doing here. You could use chives if you'd rather use chives. Okay, so 4 teaspoons is basically, it's 1 tablespoon plus a teaspoon. So I've got 1 tablespoon into the bowl and a teaspoon. Okay. Next, we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of, 4 teaspoons of Parmesan cheese. All right, so you like both. What do you like both, Mom? Oh, okay, Lisa prefers celery over peppers anyway. Good. And Mom, you like both celery and peppers? Is that what you're referring to? Okay, so 4 teaspoons of Parmesan. Again, I'm just going to use a tablespoon plus a teaspoon.
Is Grandma on?
Yeah.
Because they're... What? What?
Okay, so there's the Parmesan. Oops, you didn't see me put that in, but I did. Okay, so far we've got the celery, green onions, and Parmesan cheese in there. And then now I'm going to add the star ingredient, the crab cakes. Now, I'm not using fresh crab. I'm actually using canned white crab meat. Okay, so what you want to do is, let me move you over here to my sink. You're going to open this up and it's packed in water. Okay, it's packed in water, so you're going to want to drain that. Drain it, and I'm using just a wire sieve like this, and I'm going to press out that water. Get that out remove as much of the liquid as you can. Frida says, want us to sample them from the audience. I don't know that they have that kind of TV made yet there, Frida. All right, everybody who's here, I would so appreciate it if you would just click that share button for me and help me get my videos out. All right. Who doesn't want to know a healthy recipe for crab cakes? So share away. Okay. So I've done that. Walk with me over here. We're going to add this to our bowl. That's 6 ounces of crab. It might actually be a little bit less because I don't know if they weigh it before canning and before adding all the liquid in. I don't know. Okay, now to hold this all together, my picture said I was going to use an egg. I kind of am. I'm using egg beaters. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons. And just put that right in there. and give this a good mix. All right, let's see what kind of comments we got going here while I mix this up. Patty says, winner, winner, crab cakes dinner. It's delicious. Okay. Let me scroll back up here. Did I miss anything? Nope. Okay. Now I've got my pan heating. Egg beaters protein, yes, Linda. Okay, so 6 ounces of crab, and I'm going to post the recipe when I'm done. Okay, 6 ounces of crab is 6/7 of the leanest category, and then 4 tablespoons of egg beaters is 1/7 of the leanest category. So that makes up 1 complete lean, Linda. All right. Okay, so next step is to cook these, right? So I bought these handy dandy little things. These are egg molds or pancake molds. They're silicone, so they can go in your pan just fine without melting. There's a little handle here. So this is just going to help me keep my crab cake together from falling apart and keeping its shape, okay? So I'm going to spread a little bit of oil in the pan. Now I am going to use 1 teaspoon of olive oil. And what I'm going to do, let me get my teaspoon back out here, is I'm going to measure it out, and I'm going to pour it into a little cup. Okay. So I poured it in a little cup so I don't have to use all of it at once. I can use it a little at a time. And I just use a silicone brush to brush it into my pan. Okay. Don't want to add a whole lot of oil, just something so that the crab cakes don't stick. Now I'm going to use this. I'm going to spray the inside of my rings here real quick. I'm going to do that in the sink just to help keep them from not sticking. Okay. So I've got my rings in there, and I'm going to now add my crab cakes. Ooh, you hear that? Press it down. Now you're going to want to be patient when you're cooking these, okay? You want to let it get brown on the underside. I probably could have made a third one, but these would just be really 2 thick ones. It's all right. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to move on to preparing my vegetables. Okay, I'm going to use asparagus and mushrooms for my vegetables tonight. Turn my other burner on. And because I didn't use all my oil, I didn't dump all my oil into my pan, I still have some that I can use to coat my other pan for my asparagus. Because I'm going to lightly saute these. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of oil there. Let that get warm. I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic. I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon. One of the healthy habits that I've learned through my program is weighing and measuring everything, okay? Weighing and measuring is a very healthy habit. I'm finding I don't need quite as much seasoning for things as I used to. All right, I'm just gonna add. I've already prepared my asparagus. You know, I've cut it and rinsed it and it's dried out now. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of lemon juice. Let me get my measuring cup here. Half a teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay, again, now I've put half a teaspoon of lemon juice in this little cup so that I can use it between both dishes and not use more than I need. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water also to my asparagus here. Helps, it's going to kind of steam fry those. All right, let's check our crab. Want to be careful. Just going to loosen that from the pan. Okay. All right, I think it's ready to flip. Now, because these are kind of loose, they are kind of loose because I'm not using bread. All right, so I'm going to do a flipperoo with 2 spatulas. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let me point you back down. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 spatula under. I'm going to lift. I'm going to put the other spatula on top. Switch hands here. Okay, there we go. And then push it off. Look at how nice and golden that is. You gotta be patient. It takes a little bit of work, but you can do it. Oh, look at that. I messed up. Get it back in there. Oh, well. What are you going to do? It's still going to taste good, but... And honestly, I made this. This is the 4th time I've made it, and I haven't botched it up quite like this yet. But I made these really thicker than I normally do. And so I think that might be my issue tonight. That's all right. It's all good. We're friends here. Good save. Okay, let me check these comments here. How about Greek yogurt in place of mayo? Oh, yeah. I don't see why you couldn't do it. I mean, obviously you'll have to try it, Patty, and see how the flavor profile is, but I don't see why you couldn't do that. It would be added lean. It would be adding lean if you use the Greek yogurt. Looks good already. Thanks, Linda. It is very yummy. Frida Walmart. Wait, hold on. I've got people talking here. I got to go back up here. Lisa, you're going to try this. Okay, good. Let me know what you think. Where might I find... Okay, Gwen, I got these silicone egg molds off of Amazon, actually. I was hoping to find some in local, but I didn't. I just looked on Amazon and got them there. That way I didn't have to run around searching and coming up empty-handed. So I got mine from Amazon. I think this was a set of 4. I think it was like $9, something like that. So you can use them for your eggs, you can use them for your pancakes. I'm using them for crab cakes. I was using, when I first did it, I had tried using the lids to mason jars. And that worked, it worked pretty okay. You really have to douse those with oil because it's metal. But, yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm sure it'll taste just onalicious. Yes, Mom. It does taste very good. Very good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit of that lemon juice to my crab cake here. I'm just going to brush it on. Just going to brush some of it on the top here. Okay, I could probably actually take that off. Take that off. All right, so I'm just going to let that finish cooking. Guys, you're going to want to try this. You're going to want to try this, all right? Stirring my asparagus. Go ahead and turn that off. All right, so my hair is getting long. I'm thinking of cutting it. I don't know. Amazon is the bomb, Mom. Yes, it is. All right, so any questions so far while I wait for this to finish up? I'll plate it up here in a minute. Oh, hey, Brenda. Thanks for coming to my kitchen. All right, so I'll tell you about my weekend. My girls have soccer games, and it was cold, cold, cold yesterday. And it was only a little bit better today. So I got to sit out and watch soccer games in the cool weather. And it had been really warm earlier this week, so. Hi, Jennifer. It does look yummy. It is yummy. It is so yummy. I'll tell you. I've had, like I said, this is like the 4th time I'm making it this week. Oh, Lisa Hush, 95 where you are. That doesn't help things. You know, Jeffrey really wants to move to Arizona. He would like to go to Arizona because the Mariners play in Arizona. Hi, Nancy, during spring training. They play in Arizona for spring training, so. Okay, let me plate this up. What? I know. Okay, let's plate this up. Look at that. Does that not look healthy and delicious? Oh my goodness, guys. This is amazing. Okay, let me take a picture real quick so I can post it with the recipe later. All right, let's see. All right, shall we take a taste? Shall we take a taste? 26 minutes, start to finish. 25 minutes, start to finish. And I've been talking to you all, so this does not take a long time. All right. That's really good. That's really good, guys. I hope you try this and let me know how yours turned out and how you loved it. If you altered it any, I'd love to know what you did to change the taste profile of your crab cakes. So yeah, if you want more texture in there, you can certainly add more celery, especially for those of you on plan with me, you can add more celery if you want it a little more crunchy, if you want that added texture. That's definitely something you could do. All right, so let's see here. What's going on? Jennifer, you're having surgery on Friday. Oh, I hope everything goes well for you. I'll be thinking of you on Friday. Are they? They are moist, Lisa. They are moist. They're not dry, especially since I made them a little thicker. And then when you're cooking, when you cook them in the mold, it kind of helps keep some of the moisture in, so it sort of steams it while it fries the underside and keeps it while the underside gets fried and, you know, crunchy and crisp. The inside, because it's in the mold is keeping all the moisture in, so it's helping to steam, and it is moist. It is very moist crab cake. Super yummy. So thank you all for stopping in. If you haven't already clicked that share button, please do so. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and hit that button now. I really appreciate you sharing my videos. And if you have any questions, put them in the box. Send me a message. If you're watching this video from a share and you're not already my friend on Facebook, you're more than welcome to follow me, and you'll be notified next time I'm live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.